All right, joining me now, huge week for the WWE. We have John Cena's last show on Saturday night's main event on Peacock. And here's someone who has certainly had some history with John Cena. He is The Miz. Miz,
Little bit of
how are you?
history, little bit. I feel like I have been slighted, if you will, because I feel like I have one of the most profound histories with John Cena. I've been tag team champion with him. I beat him in the main event of WrestleMania. I've had multiple WrestleManias with John Cena. How many people can actually say that? I mean, literally the beginning of my entire career was kind of with John Cena. And I feel like it's went through maybe 15, 20 years of just nonstop feuds with him. And then literally 2 years ago, I was in the ring at, I believe it was Barclays, and actually tagging with him, which kind of came full circle with everything. I didn't think that would be my last match with John Cena, but I guess it will be. It's a little upsetting. It's a little like, it's one of those things. Like I remember when he first started this whole, the Time Is Now tournament, tour, like where it's like, hey, I'm retiring in 1 year. I was the first person, literally the first person to put my name in the hat and go, I want to go up against John Cena. I want to take on John Cena one last time, the Miz versus Cena. And it never came to fruition. And I could sit there and say, it's this, it's that, it's the other thing. I don't know what it is. Could it be the fans did not literally ask for it? And because, I mean, when I saw AJ Styles tweet and then Cena tweet back, and it's like, that's how this match is start. That's how this could have happened. Like all I had to do was tweet, and all I had to have was the fans have my back and say that they truly want this and be vocal about it. That's all I needed. Well, I guess my fans don't do that. And so I blame them.
So you
Shocking, isn't it?
Did you ever go to Triple H or whoever and say, "Can I get a last match with John Cena sometime in the next year?"
I went to everyone. It's
So what is that like when they all shoot you down and you don't get it?
not even like that it was shot down. Like there was instances where it could have happened, right? And things happen in this industry that nobody really knows about, and you don't need to know about, right? It's like there was a moment where it could have happened, and then that moment went away because of certain circumstances, and so it never came back.
And how
Angry,
pissed were
like
you?
yeah, I could be angry, right? I could sit there and say like, oh, I'm so mad, I'm so angry, or I can look at it and go, okay, all right, what do I try to not, like, I've been in WWE long enough that I know things happen. Domino effects happen. If something changes, if one thing here goes this way and the other one goes that way, this thing can't happen. I've been here long enough to know. So I don't get mad. I get more or less like, okay, how can I make the best of a situation? And what can I do to bring out the best and do my best? And that's all I can control. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah. Well, I feel bad that you said you feel like you haven't gotten your due here when it comes to history with John Cena, because I know from
Do you
just
think?
well, here's what I'll say. This is what I
Okay.
wanted to say, because for me personally, and I think I discussed this with John once on this pod or somewhere during another interview. I think if you say to me, what is like the 5 best things the WWE has done in the last 10 years, I am absolutely putting in the feud you and your wife had with John Cena and his then girlfriend, Nikki Bella, where you did those imitations of John on, was it Total Divas or Total Bellas? I forgot what.
Total Bella BS is what we called it. Like
Right.
we
So
we
I
we did
remember,
we did our own spin-off of Total Bellas.
yeah, that was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life, because you were perfect. And I remember, like, I've been saying this throughout the year here with John's retirement tour. He does not get enough credit. Like, he should have won an Emmy for his work on that show. And I remember telling him that when the show was like maybe still on, and I think he didn't want to like admit like it might not be a quote unquote reality show, but like what he did on that show, and then what you and your wife did, Maryse spoofing that show, was brilliant.
It's funny when that was first coming to, I guess I could use fruition. When it was first coming to be, uh, the fans did not want that. John Cena's is going to be in a mixed tag match at WrestleMania. No, I don't want this. I don't want this. Our job is to make everyone want it. And by the time WrestleMania came about, we were the talk of the town. Like everyone was talking about it. And then when the match happened, everyone was like, oh, that's a runner for match of the night. It's a mixed tag match. That is not supposed to be a runner for, especially at that time in that era. It's not supposed to be a runner for, match of the night, but it was. And then the next night, Maryse and I come out as Nikki and John, and literally the place blows the roof. I mean, it blows the roof off the place. And so we created something. And by the way, to the credit of Nikki and John, they let us do whatever we wanted. Like that's the genius. And that's what I think a lot of baby faces don't want. Baby faces don't want you to come at them. I'm a baby face. I got to be the guy that everyone cheers. I can't look stupid. You can't make fun of me. You can't get over on me. That was a program that got everyone over. And that's the beauty of what we do. And that's what you need to do. And sometimes baby faces don't want that because it's like, ooh, you can't say that, or you can't do that. John has always been an open book. If you're going to come at me, I'm going to come at you.
Who had the idea though to use Total Bellas as sort of a
that was a writer, that was creative. So creative came up to me and Maryse and says, "Hey, we got this idea where you will you'll imitate John and Nikki for me and Maryse." And I was like, I don't know, I don't think that'll work. And I was in the car, and I remember we were driving to the next city that we had a show at. And Maryse and I were talking about it, and I just started talking how I would do the John Cena voice. I'd start getting into character, if you will. And then she started getting into character, and we just started going back and forth, and we couldn't stop laughing about it. And I was like, maybe this is something. And then when WWE came to us and it's like, yeah, we're getting the whole crew from Total Bellas, like the real crew. Like Buna Murray is going to be filming all of this. We're going to film it exactly how they film Total Bellas. Here's what we have for you. And Maryse and I would look at it and we'd go, oh, we can make this better. And so we would start just improvising while we were doing it. And it came out like, I mean, if you look back on those, I still laugh at them. They're hysterical.
He set the stage when he was on that show with the quote unquote house rules. So, I mean, there was just so much fodder there for you to play off of.
Yeah.
And it's funny you mentioned the production company. If I'm not mistaken, that's the production company who did The Real World, correct?
Yeah, The Real World. They did Ms. and Mrs.
Full circle moment for you there.
Yeah, and honestly, like I think us doing that Total Bellas stuff kind of helped with us getting Ms. and Mrs. as well. They saw the comedy, and that's what we wanted to do with our reality show, Ms. and Mrs. Maryse and I. We wanted to make it not about drama, but about comedy. And when we put it out there, man, to this day, I still get, hey, when's season 4 coming? When's season 4? And I'm just like, I don't know. It's what people don't understand. Those shows are a lot of work, and it takes a lot, especially with the type of show that we wanted to do. And we wanted to create something that felt real, but also we were in on the joke, and it was fun. Yeah. And so we had a blast with it.
It's funny because I have a niece who's a huge WWE fan. And when I told her you were coming on the podcast, she insisted that I ask you when the next season, if there will be a next season of Total Bellas, of Ms. and Mrs., because she watched every episode and was a huge fan and loved Marjo. So I told her I would ask you, but you've already covered that. So I appreciate you doing that for me because I had to do that. If you're like me, you have the same holiday pattern. Tell yourself you'll pick out a thoughtful gift, panic at the last minute, and then, of course, buy a gift card. This year, I skipped the panic and gave an Aura frame. Aura frames are smart, Wi-Fi connected digital picture frames that let you easily share and display photos and videos from your phone to a high-quality screen featuring automatic brightness adjustment, unlimited storage, and private sharing with family via a user-friendly app, making them ideal for gifting and staying connected with loved ones. I never know what to get my mom, but you can always count on photos of her grandchildren. Now you do it with an Aura frame, and it's perfect. Can't stress it enough. Grandparents, the Aura frame is a perfect gift, loaded up with photos and videos from their grandkids, and then everyone is happy. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver Mat frames, named #1 by Wirecutter by using promo code SI Media at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code SI Media. This deal is exclusive to listeners and frames sell out fast. So order yours now to get it in time for the holidays. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. In terms of Cena, so we've got Saturday Peacock, Saturday night's main event. You'll be there.
Washington, D.C. Yeah, I'll definitely
Will
be there.
will you try to have a private moment? Like, can you even get to John Cena at this point? Like,
Oh yeah, he'll be around. He'll be.
Okay.
I knowing John Cena, he'll be around all day, and he'll want to
Okay.
talk to everyone. And I mean, it's crazy that it's his day, because if you know John Cena, it's not very John Cena like to have
Right.
an entire show revolve around. Now, you might be like, as a fan, like, oh, all the shows revolve around John Cena. It's because he deserved it and he
Right.
worked for it. But to literally have like a tribute show, it
Right.
might be weird because he's very humble. Like you
Right.
might not think it, but he is very humble. And so to have a show, I feel like he's doing it the right way, where he's dedicating the whole show to kind of the up and coming superstars. Now,
Right.
for me, the Miz would say, I'm going to make this show all about me. And I'm going to try to make this show all about me, because that's exactly what the Miz will do and always wants to do. So I will try. I don't know if I'll be able to do it. We'll see.
It is it is amazing, because when we set this up, I said in my head, it feels like you've been there forever. How long has it been
Thanks.
now that you've
They're like,
been there?
oh, he's been there forever. I've been there. So if you count Tough Enough,
Right.
that's 2004. But if you count when I got signed, that's
Yeah.
2005. If you count
Okay.
when I first came out as the host of Friday Night SmackDown, that's 2006. It all matters of where you see how long I've been there.
Listen, if you went from Tough Enough in 20 to getting in what year did you say Tough Enough?
Do you know what I did with that? So with Tough Enough, after Tough Enough got done, I got offered to do another challenge. Right, like literally right after, like the next month. But WWE already said, like, hey, we're probably going to sign you. They didn't say, as a matter of fact, we're going to sign you. They said, I think we're going to offer you a contract. And I was like, oh man. And then I thought, if I do this next challenge, I'll be on TV while I'm training. So I'll be able to keep my fan base in MTV.
Right.
And then I will be able to utilize that, and it'll be on TV for probably a year, because it takes time to edit. It takes time to, get it onto the show, onto the MTV. And so I'll be on for an entire year while I'm training down in developmental. And hopefully by the time it's over, I'll be able to go up on TV. Hopefully it'll be like a year. So that's kind of what I did. And so I kind of made, not WWE wait, but I was like, I'm going to do this show for 1 month, and then I'll be there in July. And I'll move wherever you want me to move. And they were like, we want you to move to Atlanta, Georgia, McDonough, Georgia, to do Deep South Wrestling. It's our new spot.
So wait, you did that. So that was before, because they had Ohio Valley.
Yeah. So Ohio Valley Wrestling they had when I was there, but they had a new place called Deep South Wrestling, which was going to be coached by Bill DeMott. And it was in a shopping plaza. I mean, I was in the first show that we've ever did. And I remember Bill saying, like, if you can sell out here and sell out for a long time, then you go to the next territory. And that's the way it used to be in wrestling, where you would sell out one territory, then you'd go to the next territory and you try to sell out there and sell out there until you get to the big markets, right? So that was our goal. Our goal as a team, as a unit, as a Deep South superstar, your goal is to sell out. So I remember we were putting, posters everywhere all over McDonough, Georgia. And our first show was sold out. We had to turn people away. And then the next show and the next show and next show until like, I remember when I left, I think for 6 months, I was at Deep South, became the first ever heavyweight champion. And then once I became champion, Paul Heyman kind of, I guess, drafted me or brought me to Ohio Valley Wrestling to see what I could do up there. And I was a babyface at Deep South Wrestling, and Paul brought me up to Ohio Valley Wrestling. And when I got to Ohio Valley Wrestling, I was trying to be a babyface, but the crowd was it wasn't a new territory, right? It was a territory that's been there for a long time. They've seen it all. And I was this cheesy babyface with a ton of energy and just saying all the cheesy stuff. And he goes, you know why this is, and I remember Paul Heyman just sitting there in his office going, you know why this isn't working? And I go, no. He goes, because you're a heel. And I go, I don't know, man. Down in Deep South, I was selling all the shirts, all the merch. We were selling out. Yeah. He's like, you're a heel. And so I remember us writing my first promo. He actually wrote, I would say 99% of that promo, my first ever heel promo. And when I went out there, and from then on, I've been a heel my entire career, and he was correct. And so yeah, he made me a heel at Ohio Valley Wrestling, brought me to Ohio Valley Wrestling. And it's been a fun ride ever since.
You had a couple of runs as a babyface, no? Like, I feel like that Mizdow stuff, which was great, was
yeah. I mean, well, so with Mizdow, Damien was the babyface. I was the heel. So it's kind of like that kind of thing. I've been a babyface a couple times.
Yeah.
With the character that I am, and as a superstar, it's hard to be a babyface because you always say you don't change anything, right? But if you don't change anything, and people need babyfaces to win, you want to root for a winner. You don't want to root for a loser. A heel can lose, and as my character, I can make you forget about that loss in a matter of seconds. A babyface has a harder time making you forget, because when you're rooting for someone, you're like, this dude always loses. Like, why am I cheering this guy that loses all the time? But as a heel, I'm booing this guy, and I hope he loses, because my guy, my favorite guy, is going to beat him up. And that's what you want. You want to celebrate that, right? So that character works a lot more. That's what I'm having, actually, like, I wouldn't say a hard time, but lately it's like I have so much equity and built so much equity in WWE, and people know me from whether it's Real World, Ms. and Mrs., any of the other shows that I have been on. Even now, people will know me from American Gladiators as the host, which will come out in 2026. But that's a whole nother thing. But it's now I have equity, and when I walk out, even though the character and the Miz and what he's going to do, you kind of like it, and you're kind of like, I respect this guy, and I know this guy more than I know the other guy in the ring. So I'm going to, unless it's like a huge, even when it is a huge baby face, I still am like, ooh, like lately, like this, I would say this is like the last 6 months to a year where I walk out and I go, I'm the bad guy. But then I'm like, well, I'm not really the bad guy anymore. No matter what I do, no matter how bad I am, it doesn't kind of matter anymore. Because
that was sort of my point in bringing up how long you've been there. Because I do feel like when you've been there for 20 years, I think the fans, it's like, okay, heel, babyface, he's been here for 20 years. We know this guy. It's more of a comfort thing than like, okay, is he heel or babyface, and how do we react? There's just a comfort when you see the Miz.
My goal now is just to get you invested in the match. And so what I will do in the ring, I've been there for so long that like now I'll just listen to a crowd and I'll see where they're at. And if I can get them to start booing me, I'll do it. But also if I'm like, this crowd, it's either it's too short of a match or I need to figure things out, I'll work it and I'll go, okay, I can literally, it's going to sound so egotistical, but that's the Miz. I will literally just do whatever I need to do to get to what I think this crowd needs, and get them to the best possible point that I can get them at, whether it's them cheering me or them booing me. And that's the kind of match that now I'm going to start having. I mean, I and been having for the past year.
I look forward to seeing what you do on Saturday there if you get to mix it up with John. I was going to
I
ask
want
you.
to, but you don't know ever what's going to happen. And
Right.
honestly, nobody really knows what's going to happen. That's the best part about WWE. You really don't know. It's a live show, and we get there the day of, and sometimes, your number's called, other times it's not. So if I'm able to figure something out, which you better believe I'm going to try, then we'll figure something out. I feel like this is what's going to happen. Like, a rookie's going to come out and he's going to come out and be like, I have ruthless aggression, and like smack a dude. And it's like, all right, cool. I get it.
Yeah, that wouldn't work. You'll have to intercede on that and then, fix the segment. I was going to ask you, I wanted to ask you, what is something about John Cena we might not know? And you had said, you said he's actually very humble, but I'm looking at, is there something on the lighter side, something in the locker? Is he a prankster? Is he, I don't know. Does he like to play video? I don't know. Video games. So anything. Is there something about John Cena we would be surprised to know?
You'd be surprised. I think that he's done so many interviews to this day. Like, now you're like, yeah, he speaks Mandarin, and it's like, yeah, he does. Right. So, I mean, that already. He is always the first person there, last one to leave. That already. He's a hard worker. That already. He's very genuine and full of knowledge and wisdom, and you don't realize how truly smart he is, because you look at him as maybe like a guy full of muscle, but the dude's incredible. So it's like, no, like, I feel like you got it. Like, he's a down to earth, genuine, humble person that has taught me so much, not only about the business, but about life. And I'm truly thankful that I have been able to not only be against him in the ring, but learn from him and actually call him a friend.
Do you think you have to be humble or arrogant to be able to pull off being completely naked at the Oscars?
I don't know if it's arrogance. I think it's balls.
Yeah.
Now granted, you get to see him, but I think it's a matter of going into that situation and looking at it and going, you have the top of the top, the cream of the crop in all of Hollywood. And that's where he wants to be, because he's been doing Peacemaker. He's been doing all the movies, and he's been successful at it. So this is one of those moments where you're going to go in front of your peers that you are not the John Cena of WWE. You are, I mean, for lack of a better words, he's not top of the top. He's not A-list. He's not main event. He's mid to top card, I would say. Like, he's the guy that puts butts in seats, and you're going to pay tickets to see him, but he is not clapped and applauded.
He's not Leonardo DiCaprio,
and respected as an actor yet. I think he'll get there, because I know the work ethic of John Cena, but in that moment where he was there, he was not there. So they present him with an idea, and he has the balls to actually do it, which is unbelievable in my book. And when he did it, I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. And John is the type of person that knows how to make a reaction and get a reaction and have people talking. And that's exactly what he did after the Oscars. What were people talking? What are people still talking about to this day? Right. They're still talking about that. They're not talking who won. Who won Best Actor? Who won Best Picture that year? You don't know.
Does the Miz have the balls to do that if they came to you with that?
Kidding me? Okay. Like, I have no I mean, that's going out there. But it was a funny segment. Like, and it worked with the segment as well, by the way.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone else would have done it. I really don't. Like, that is like an actor in Hollywood, especially at the level that he is at. No, they wouldn't have.
Yeah.
But John is the man. You have an idea. You have an ability to either do one of two things: walk away or go for it. And WWE always tells you, go for it, because you might not get another opportunity. And, we're okay to fail. We're allowed to
Right.
fail
Yeah.
because you're going to have the next time and the next time and the next time to try to succeed.
I think that might have been, I would assume what helped him with that was being part of the Attitude Era, because if you're a wrestling fan who follow the Attitude Era, him going on stage naked isn't really all that shock. Like,
He wasn't part of the Attitude Era, though. He was after.
I thought he was there for a little bit of it towards the tail end.
He was like 2000. I think he was there 2003, maybe.
Right.
So that the Attitude Era is 99, right? 98, 99.
Right, but it was before PG.
Before PG, correct? Yes.
Yeah. Football season is in full swing, and Underdog is the best place to get in on all the action. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like rushing yards, receptions, touchdowns, and more. Get your picks right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. This week on Underdog, I am looking at that late window game, 4:25 on Sunday. Lions at Rams, points aplenty. So I'm going to go higher on touchdowns for the quarterbacks. Matt Stafford for the Rams, Jared Goff for the Lions, higher on touchdown passes for both QBs in that Lions-Rams game. Download the app today and use promo code Sports Illustrated to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. That's promo code Sports Illustrated. Underdog. Make picks, win money.
Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, New Jersey, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 HOPE line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
All right, so let me ask you this last thing about John and the retirement tour, and then I want to ask you about the Cleveland Browns after a rough Sunday. He has been adamant. I mean, we have never seen anyone this adamant that this is it. And maybe I think it's easy to say this is it now because you don't know 5 years from now or 10 years from now.
It's it.
You don't even
need to ask the question. It's done. This is his last match. If John Cena says this is my last match, this is his last match.
Well, what about
not a person that will,
What about last appearance in WWE?
Oh, no, I think he'll be around. Okay. I think, and by the way, I have not talked to him about this. I don't know this for a fact, but in my mind and the way I know John works, John will always be a part of WWE.
Okay.
It's in his nature. It's what brought him to where he is today. And he loves WWE, but and I don't know, I don't know this for a fact, but this will be, I know that in my mind and in my heart and knowing John Cena and who he is and being around him for the past 20 years, I know this is John Cena's last match.
Got it.
That's what I do know.
I can believe that.
His last promo, his last, being there on commentary or whatever WWE may need, but match wise, this is it. You'll never see him in a match wrestling and doing the, shoulder tackle, swing, boom. You can't see me. Bam. See you. Bye. 1, 2, 3. You won't see that anymore.
I just think, I could see that. I think when you're so adamant about it, it's like, be careful. You know what I think about? I think about the WrestleMania 2 years ago where they had that tremendous finish when Cody beat Roman and John came out, The Rock came out, Seth Rollins came out and then The Undertaker came out. Let's say there's something like that down the road.
That's not a match.
Right. Exactly.
That's his last match.
Right. Got it.
So there's a difference, right?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. All right. Before I let you go, anyone who knows The Miz knows he is a diehard Cleveland Browns fan. How rough was this past Sunday?
This was probably the roughest loss, in my opinion, because I hate to say it, Tennessee sucks. Like,
Right.
they're not good
Right.
at all.
Right.
And I think
Right.
everyone knows that. And the fact that they scored 31 points on a number 2 defense in the entire NFL, like, what? Are you kidding me? And then and it wasn't like, and people could be like, oh, Browns need a quarterback, right? Like, Shedeur had like over 300 yards. Like, he looked viable. Like, he scored 29 points. So I don't think that was the problem yesterday. I think it was,
Right.
to be honest, I think special teams has cost us 3 or 4 games this entire year. And by the way, I'm not a football player. I'm a fan. I watch and I see and I look. I think Shedeur maybe has highlights of a fact that he could be a franchise quarterback. Is he there yet? No. And then I look at, our running back, amazing. I think he's incredible. I think we need wide receivers. I think our defense is stout, but there's something going on that they can't win. And you look at Ben Johnson coming in with the Bears, and you look at them, and it's a whole different team, and they're winning the close game. Now, granted, they didn't win yesterday, but they've been winning the close games, and that's when you know a team can win. Look at Kansas City Chiefs; they're not doing it anymore. They used to be able to win those close games. Like, if there's a 3-point game and you got 2 minutes left, and you got Patrick Mahomes having the ball, it's over. You know the KC's winning. They're not there anymore, and the Browns haven't had that. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a culture. I don't know if it's building. I know it's not the coach, because I think Kevin Stefanski is an amazing coach. I truly do. I really do. And so people have been saying, oh, the 2-point, conversion. Why didn't you have Shedeur in there? Like, I trust and believe in our coaching staff. I do believe that they're doing the best they possibly can. And it's just, something's off, and I don't know what it is. And I wish I could tell you, hey, this is what it is. And this is probably the reason why, we are stuck where we are. But guess what? We got a great draft coming next year. Great draft, and I was mad at our draft picks this year. And then now I look at what we've gotten. I mean, our linebacker might be the rookie of the year. Like, he's that good. Yeah. And then, I was mad that we didn't get Travis Hunter. He's not even playing right now. So and we got a 1st-round draft pick for it. So I'm pretty happy about that.
Okay. That's a good spin.
Draft pick, but whatever.
That's a good spin. I was beyond shocked on Sunday, because I thought the Browns were building a little momentum. Their defense was so good. And then, that piss poor team
what
comes
do you
into
think
your building. And
you were watching the game.
I think teams will play down to their play down to competition. I think if they were playing the Patriots yesterday, they would have had a better performance. I think they took the Tennessee Titans for granted. I think the weather was a factor, because what surprised me, I had money on the game. What surprised me was they threw the ball so much and have a great running back. I could not believe how much they threw the ball. And I think,
but it wasn't the problem. Do you think the offense was the problem?
No, the defense was 100% the problem, but I didn't like the play calling at all yesterday. Thought the play calling, but what I'm trying to say is, I think what happened was, I think they weren't able to run the ball because of the weather. And I think that's why they ended up throwing. I think the weather was definitely a factor in the game.
So they pivoted, and I think they did a good pivot. But the defense was, I don't understand it. Like, how do you have a number 2 defense give up 31 points to the worst team in the NFL?
Yep.
It's
bad.
I'm at a loss. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, watching Tony Pollard run like I don't remember what it was, like 60 yards. And I'm like, what is going on here? This is not the defense that I thought we were having.
Are most of the WWE guys, I mean, we know Seth with the Bears, you got the Browns. Are most WWE guys big football? Like, is football a big topic in the locker room?
I would say so. Yeah. I mean, we talk a lot.
Fantasy league?
There is one. I was in it, and I won it a couple times, and I was just like, I have too many leagues that I'm in that I literally am like, all right, I'm got to take one off. But yeah, I mean, we talk a lot about football in the locker rooms. That's amongst some of the things that we talk about.
Right. How many leagues are you in?
Right now I'm in 4. I'm in a league. Let's see. I'm in my Cleveland league, which is my friends from high school that we've had since we were in high school. I have a league that is the NFFC. It's a charity league where if I win, I will donate all my charity to the Jimmy V Foundation. And then also I'm in Michael Fabiano's league where it's Alice in Chains. It's their Alice in Chains and Friends league. So it's like, Jerry Cantrell, Duff McKagan, Michael Bublé is in that league. I think Jerry O'Connell's in that league. Like we have a lot of fun people in that league. And then I'm in another league in LA. I actually just lost to John Legend, who might have just taken me out of the playoffs, which I'm really angry about. Oh, and I'm in a guillotine league where, you pick a team with it's like, I think 18 teams, and each week a team leaves, is out. It ousted. If you have the lowest points, you're out. I was out like second, but last year we won. So that has like John Hamm and Paul Rudd in it.
That's it. How does it come about where we have the Miz from the WWE in a fantasy league with like the Sooth Kroner John Legend?
That was like one of my buddies was like, "Hey, do you want to get in this league?" And I've known a couple of the people in the league, so I was like, "Yeah, I'll get in it." And then, John's in it, and he whooped me. Like I was so mad because I had him, like I was winning, and then he just came out of nowhere. Like his team is stout. Like he's got like a really good team for a 12 team. I mean, he might win the league, and he won it last year, I think. So. It's not looking good, but I might make the playoffs if all the 6-7 teams lose. So I still have a chance.
Right. All right. And do you do any wagering? Like, are you on FanDuel or DraftKings or?
No, I don't do any of the I'm not really a gambler. Like I live in Las Vegas now, and my dad was like, "Let's go to the casino." And I'm like, I go to the casino to eat food. I don't go to gamble.
So you live in Vegas now? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I moved to Vegas, done with LA.
What prompted that change?
Many, many things. LA's changed. And then also I drive and I live in the suburbs. So it's like 2 hours to get to LAX every single week. I changed from being on a Monday Night Raw where I'd drive on a Sunday where there wasn't much traffic to Friday Night SmackDown where Thursdays at the time that I'm traveling, which is usually around 5:00, is rush hour. So that was 2 to 2.5 hours to get to the airport every single week. And then an hour and a half back. I was like that. And then insurance skyrocketed, man. Like I'm telling you, when you hear these stories about the fires and all that stuff, you don't realize it. Cause I'm from Cleveland. I was like, fires? What are you talking about? Right. And then you see what's going on and and you're like, oh, and your eyes open wide open. You're like, oh, okay. And so that kind of it. And so there was a bunch of stuff.
So at Vegas, I would assume you take McLaren. Do you get recognized there often?
No, yeah. I mean, of course. I mean, I wear a hat, so it's not like I'm out there being like, "Hey, everyone, the Miz is here." So, but I do get recognized every day. But it doesn't matter. It's kind of nice, actually.
Okay.
I'm not one of those people that are like, "Oh, how dare you ask me for an autograph or a picture?" Now, sometimes at 4:30 in the morning at an airport, I'm not really in the mood to do an autograph signing for 100 people, or if one person has 100 autographs for me to sign, I'm not there to do that. But, if a kid comes up, I try to make sure that I make an experience out of it for them.
Well, that's great. All right. Well,
I
don't understand the whole concept of the autograph, but that's just me. I don't know. So like, you sign your piece of paper, you go home with it and what?
So as a kid, I get it. Because when I was a kid, I remember standing in line for Michael Dean Perry at the local hardware store, and he was late by like 2 hours late. And I was the first in line with my buddies. We brought a football and we got an autograph, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever. I stood in line for Pantera when I was 18 years old, and it was the coolest autograph signing to this day. I've never seen an autograph signing better than this autograph signing, because they were like drinking like Crown Royal and having fans drink Crown Royal. Phil made out with my friend's girlfriend while in line. Like, and we were all just like, this is the best day ever. Like, man, we're 18-year-olds, So
Right,
it's like,
right.
it was a cool, like, I
Yeah.
mean, I'll never forget that autograph signing. Like, it was the only time I ever stood in line for an autograph. And
Well, I
it was
get the
really
whole
cool. So
autograph
that-
thing. Yeah, pre-iPhone, I get the autograph thing, but now that so-
Yeah, there was no iPhones back then.
right, exactly. All right, we got Saturday night's main event on Peacock. The
Don't
last
forget
time we would be-
WrestleMania, man. Get your tickets on Ticketmaster for WrestleMania both nights, in Las Vegas, in my backyard. And honestly, like, there's no matches scheduled, but what you're getting when you go to a WrestleMania, especially the entire week. The entire week is the most fun, especially last year in Las Vegas. It was unbelievable, the amount of events and the amount of fun that is here in Las Vegas, and the amount of things to do that are wrestling related is unbelievable. So I definitely go to Ticketmaster, get your tickets. April, you're not going to want to miss it. 2 nights. Let's go.
There's got to be nobody who loves WrestleMania more than you if it's in Vegas and you live in Vegas.
I love it, man. You kidding me? I see my backyard is literally the Allegiant Stadium. Like, I can literally see it. I can be like, that's where we'll be playing in a couple months.
Did the Browns played the Raiders this year, right? In what was that last year?
They did. I was there.
Yeah, you were there. Okay,
that was the first game Shedeur played.
All right. And you will be, that's right. Yeah, it was recent. All right. And you will be in Washington on Saturday for Saturday night's main event on Peacock.
I will definitely. I think everyone will be there. I think it's going to be a really special show. I think everyone's going to want to see it. And don't forget, SmackDown is on USA this week. You're not going to want to miss it.
SmackDown Friday, Saturday night's main event on Saturday, Monday Night Raw on Monday. And we say goodbye to John Cena. And we'll see how the Miz,
I outlasted John Cena. How about that? How about that for a headline?
And if you've never watched the spoof of Total Bellas, get on YouTube and do that.
Yeah, WWE's got it all up there. And also, if you want to watch Ms. and Mrs., you can see it on Peacock, all 3 seasons, all 50 episodes. It's something to watch.
I've seen them all. I've seen them all.
And coming in 2026, American Gladiators, your host right here. I mean, do you understand how excited I am for people to see this? Like, we filmed it in the summer, and man, the nostalgia of, it holds the nostalgia of what American Gladiators was and brings it to what it is today. And it's different, but it's still the same, but there's the same events, but the gladiators are new. The contenders have amazing stories. Myself and Roxy Diaz and Chris Rose really bring it. And the energy's high. It's a lot of fun, and you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be on Prime, and it's coming in 2026. I'm telling you, if this show is special, it's so special.
All right. I can't wait to check out. More to check out from the Miz. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
And Miz Golf on YouTube. Check it out. I got my own YouTube channel. I'm doing everything, bro. I was going to say,
how, and you have kids. How do you do all this? Unbelievable.
I bring them with me on the golf. Like, I let them play with me, and they actually like golf, which I'm like, this is awesome.
Yeah. All right, man. Appreciate it. Be well.
You.
Thanks a lot. All right.
See you later.
Take it easy.
Bye, guys.